Turkey's decision to slap a hefty 4% tariff on vehicle imports from China is nothing short of a blatant economic attack, a provocative move that reeks of protectionism and strategic maneuvering. In an era where global trade is supposed to be a bastion of cooperation and mutual benefit, Turkey's drastic step is a stark reminder of the ugly, cutthroat nature of international economics. This isn't just about protecting local automakers. It's a calculated slap in the face to China's burgeoning automotive empire, a signal that Turkey is willing to ignite trade wars to shield its fragile economy. And let's not be naive. The fingerprints of U.S. and European influence are all over this decision, showcasing a coordinated effort to curb China's ascent on the global stage. Critics are already screaming foul, accusing Turkey of economic bullying, while supporters laud it as a necessary evil to preserve national interests. The ripple effects of this decision are poised to reverberate through international markets, potentially sparking a domino effect of retaliatory measures and further complicating global trade relations. Stay with us till the end as we dissect this explosive development and its far-reaching implications. Hello and welcome back to Innovative Check YouTube channel, where we delve into the innovative and transformative projects changing our world. If you're new to the channel and enjoy learning about innovation stories around the world, you've come to the right place. Please subscribe, like, and comment to help boost our videos on YouTube. Turkey's recent decision to impose a 40% tariff on vehicle imports from China has ignited a flurry of debates and speculations, highlighting the complex web of international trade dynamics and economic strategies. It's the Turkish government's move, aimed at safeguarding its domestic automotive industry and curbing its current account deficit, reflects a broader trend of nations reassessing their economic ties with China. As global markets react, the implications of this tariff extend far beyond the Turkish and Chinese automotive sectors. The Turkish Trade Ministry announced the new tariff on Saturday, emphasizing its intent to halt a potential deterioration of the country's current account balance and bolster local automakers. This decision comes amidst growing global scrutiny of China's electric vehicle exports, which many countries argue are excessively subsidized by Beijing to prop up its slowing economy. The European Commission is also contemplating similar measures, with an announcement expected soon regarding provisional tariffs on Chinese EVs. The specifics of Turkey's new tariff are striking, set at a minimum of $7,000 per vehicle. The tariff will take effect on July 7, as per a presidential decree published in the official Gazette. This substantial tariff is not limited to fully electric vehicles, but extends to conventional and hybrid passenger vehicles as well. The Trade Ministry's statement underscored the dual goals of this measure: protecting the diminishing share of domestic automotive production and addressing the nation's current account deficit targets. The backdrop to this decision is Turkey's broader economic context. Inflation has been a persistent challenge, reaching approximately 75.5% at the end of May. In response, the Turkish government has adopted a tight monetary policy aimed at strengthening its fiscal position and narrowing the current account deficits. The new vehicle tariff is part of a suite of measures designed to boost domestic production and exports, key components of the government's strategy to stabilize the economy. Just a quick reminder to hit the like button below. YouTube has been restricting my videos a lot recently because of bots. So your like does help out this video massively in terms of the algorithm in YouTube. In 2023, Turkey had already raised customs duties on Chinese electric vehicles to support its nascent domestic EV industry. The latest tariff hike builds on this approach, reflecting a clear intent to create a more favorable environment for local manufacturers. By imposing a hefty tariff on Chinese imports, Turkey aims to make its own vehicles more competitive, encouraging domestic investment and production. China, on the other hand, finds itself increasingly under pressure. Its strategy of heavily subsidizing electric vehicle exports has drawn criticism and prompted protective measures from various countries. The Turkish tariff is a significant development in this ongoing saga, potentially influencing other nations to adopt similar stances. As China navigates these challenges, the balance between supporting its domestic industries and maintaining favorable international trade relations becomes increasingly precarious. The international response to Turkey's decision has been mixed. Critics argue that such protectionist measures could escalate trade tensions and lead to retaliatory actions from China. Proponents, however, view the tariff as a necessary step to protect domestic industries and correct trade imbalances. The situation underscores the delicate equilibrium that countries must maintain in a globalized economy, where national interests often clash with the principles of free trade. As the July 7 implementation date approaches, all eyes are on the potential ripple effects of Turkey's tariff. The automotive industry, both in Turkey and China, will undoubtedly feel the immediate impact. However, the broader economic and political ramifications are yet to be fully realized. The decision sets a precedent that could embolden other nations to take similar steps, reshaping the landscape of global trade in the process. In the context of international trade policies, Turkey's move is a bold assertion of economic sovereignty. It highlights the ongoing struggle between global economic integration and national economic protection. As countries like Turkey navigate these waters, the strategies they employ will significantly influence the future of international trade relations. The 40 tariff on Chinese vehicles is more than just a policy decision. It is a statement about Turkey's economic priorities and its stance in the global market. Looking ahead, the situation remains fluid. The European Commission's impending decision on Chinese tariffs will be a crucial development to watch. Should the ERU follow Turkey's lead, it could signal a broader shift towards more protectionist trade policies among major economies. Conversely, if the EU decides against such measures, it may isolate Turkey's approach, impacting its trade relations within Europe. The unfolding scenario presents a rich tapestry of economic, political, and strategic considerations. For Turkey, the success of this tariff will hinge on its ability to stimulate domestic production and reduce its current account deficit without provoking severe retaliatory measures from China. For China, the challenge will be to adapt its trade strategies in response to increasing global resistance to its subsidized exports. As this complex interplay continues to evolve, the decisions made by these key players will have lasting implications for global trade dynamics. The Turkish tariff on Chinese vehicles is a pivotal moment in this broader narrative, highlighting the intricate balance of protecting national interests while engaging in a globalized economy. If you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and comment. The geopolitical landscape plays a crucial role in Turkey's decision to impose a significant tariff on vehicle imports from China. As the dynamics between major global players, such as the U.S., Europe, and China continue to evolve, the pressure exerted by these influential entities cannot be overlooked. Turkey, positioned strategically at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, finds itself navigating these complex relationships while trying to safeguard its own economic interests. The U.S. has long been vocal about its concerns regarding China's trade practices. The accusation that China heavily subsidizes its electric vehicle exports, thereby creating an unfair advantage in the global market, has been a persistent point of contention. The U.S., under the administration of President Biden, has been keen on addressing these imbalances through various measures, including tariffs and trade restrictions. This stance is not just about economic competition, but also encompasses broader strategic concerns about China's rising influence. In this context, the U.S. has been actively engaging with its allies to form a cohesive front against what it perceives as unfair Chinese trade practices. Turkey, being a NATO ally, is a significant player in this coalition. The diplomatic engagements between Washington and Ankara have intensified, with discussions often centering around economic cooperation and collective action against Chinese economic policies. The imposition of the 40 tariff by Turkey can be seen as part of this broader strategy, influenced by U.S. pressure to align with its trade policies against China. Europe, too, has its own set of grievances with China, particularly regarding the influx of Chinese electric vehicles into the European market. The European Commission has been investigating these issues and contemplating the imposition of provisional tariffs on Chinese EVs. European automakers have expressed concerns about the competitive pressures posed by subsidized Chinese vehicles, which they argue distort the market and threaten local jobs and industries. The lobbying efforts of these European firms have found a receptive audience within the European Union, which is keen to protect its economic interests. Against this backdrop, European nations have been urging their global partners to adopt similar protective measures. Turkey's decision to impose the tariff aligns with these European sentiments and can be viewed as part of a coordinated effort to address the perceived imbalances created by Chinese trade practices. The discussions between Turkish and European officials have likely played a significant role in shaping this policy decision, reflecting a shared interest in curbing the dominance of Chinese exports. The intertwining interests of the U.S. and Europe have created a multifaceted pressure on Turkey. The Turkish government, led by President Erdogan, has had to weigh these external influences against its own economic realities. The decision to impose a 40% tariff on Chinese vehicles is thus a complex interplay of domestic economic strategy and international diplomatic considerations. Turkey's current account deficit, inflationary pressures, and the need to protect its nascent domestic EV industry have all factored into this decision. The U.S. and Europe have not just been passive observers, but active participants in this decision-making process. High-level meetings, bilateral discussions, and multilateral forums have all served as platforms where these issues were deliberated. The strategic importance of Turkey in the broader geopolitical framework means that its decisions are often influenced by its relationships with these major powers. The tariff on Chinese vehicles is a manifestation of this influence, reflecting the broader geopolitical and economic strategies at play. The impact of this decision is multifaceted. For Turkish consumers, the increased cost of imported vehicles could lead to higher prices, potentially reducing the availability of affordable options. However, the Turkish government is likely betting on the long-term benefits of bolstering its domestic automotive industry by creating a more favorable environment for local manufacturers. Turkey hopes to stimulate domestic production, create jobs, and ultimately reduce its current account deficit. For Chinese automakers, this tariff represents a significant barrier to entry into the Turkish market. The minimum $7,000 tariff per vehicle is a substantial cost that could deter Chinese companies from exporting to Turkey. This move could also prompt China to reevaluate its trade strategies and potentially lead to retaliatory measures. The broader implications for Chinese trade relations are yet to be fully realized, but this tariff is certainly a setback in China's efforts to expand its global market share for electric vehicles. The involvement of the U.S. and Europe in this decision also highlights the interconnected nature of modern trade policies. The collaborative approach to addressing Chinese trade practices underscores the importance of international alliances in shaping economic policies. As Turkey aligns itself with the trade strategies of its Western allies, it also reaffirms its position within this global economic coalition. The decision to impose the tariff is as much about economic protection as it is about reaffirming these strategic alliances. In the grander scheme of things, this decision could set a precedent for other countries grappling with similar issues. As global trade tensions continue to simmer, the Turkish tariff on Chinese vehicles could inspire other nations to adopt similar protective measures. The ripple effect of this decision could lead to a more fragmented global trade landscape, where national interests increasingly dictate economic policies. This shift could have profound implications for the principles of free trade that have long governed international economic relations. The immediate future will be crucial in determining the effectiveness of Turkey's tariff. The Turkish government will closely monitor the impact on domestic production and the broader economy. If the tariff succeeds in boosting local manufacturing and reducing the current account deficit, it could be hailed as a successful economic strategy. However, if it leads to increased costs for consumers and retaliatory measures from China, the decision could have unintended negative consequences. As Turkey navigates these complexities, the role of the U.S. and Europe will continue to be significant. The ongoing diplomatic engagements and economic collaborations will shape the next steps in this evolving scenario. The interplay of national and international interests will dictate the future course of action as Turkey balances its economic strategies with its geopolitical alliances. Turkey's decision to impose a 40% tariff on vehicle imports from China is a multifaceted strategy influenced by domestic economic considerations and international diplomatic pressures. The involvement of the U.S. and Europe underscores the interconnected nature of global trade policies and highlights the strategic alliances that shape these decisions. As the situation unfolds, the broader implications for global trade dynamics will become clearer, reflecting the delicate balance of national interests in a globalized economy. Thank you for your attention, and I welcome your thoughts and questions on this complex and vital subject. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to get exclusive videos about how phenomenally China is developing and growing its influence. Your subscriptions and likes motivate us to generate more content, so please keep supporting us. Check out these videos showing on your screen right now, and I will see you on the other side.